Hello, Loggers fans. My name is Nick Riddolotti from the Loggers Radio Network, and it's time for another edition of Meet the Loggers. Today we are joined by Loggers infielder slash outfielder slash relief pitcher, Steve Pallares. Steve on the year batting around 300 and on base percentage over 400. As I said, he's kind of been the utility man this year. Steve, first off, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it.
And first question for you, Steve. Grow up in Corona, California. Yep. California is obviously a big baseball state. At what age did you get into the game of baseball and knew that this is what you wanted to do?
Well, it started probably when I was really young. Out there, baseball growing up, that's everything. So I would say probably about 6 or 7. Every day I started traveling around then. So right about then I knew that this is what I wanted to do with my life.
And then you're getting towards the end of your high school career. The recruiting process begins. Yeah. Take us through what it feels like to have people coming to you and saying, come play ball for us.
Well, it actually started early for me. It was going into my junior year. Before my junior baseball season actually started, and that was a lot of fun. You get a lot of attention at showcases, at tournaments, coaches coming to talk to you, and I still remember everything. I still remember calling my coach right now, telling him that yes, I'm going to commit to you. That experience for me was awesome, and it was great. Yeah.
There was a lot of big-time baseball schools going after you, Cal State Fullerton, Arizona, and, of course, San Diego State, and you eventually chose the Aztecs. What went into that decision?
Well, I knew it was close to home, enough to where I can have my own space for my family, and then enough to where I can be able to come home on the weekend, off and on, you know what I mean? And then it was just a great fit for me. They gave me a chance to play as a freshman, so I knew that going in, and that really helped me narrow my decision in going there. And of course, it's San Diego, got the beautiful weather, the beautiful girls, beautiful everything, so it's awesome.
Yes, of course, the beautiful girls.
Yeah,
very important in the recruiting process. Now, your head coach probably had something to do with it as well.
Yes, he did.
Former major leaguer, in fact, a Hall of Famer, Tony Gwynn. What is it like to be able to learn about the game of baseball from a Hall of Famer like him?
It's awesome. You know, it's tough at the same time because he expects a lot. He did it so easily. So when he's teaching it, he really expects a lot from the guys. And sometimes we're not there yet. We're still learning. And it's tough to live up to some of the expectations he got. But it's a great experience. He's got a lot of wisdom and a lot of stories to tell. And it makes it even more fun playing the game.
Have you ever listened to anyone more intently as him when he's talking about hitting?
No, absolutely not. He knows what he's talking about. He's done it for so long. He's taught it for so long. So when he's telling me something, I take that to heart, and I really listen to it on what he has to give me on his input.
There's no doubt it's helping you, Steve.
Yeah.
Now you get here in La Crosse, maybe a little bit less than a month ago. Yeah. The Loggers having a ton of success. They won 11 consecutive games at one point, set a franchise record. How do you explain the success that this group of guys has had? What is it, the it factor that these guys have at this point?
You know what? The it factor would probably be the camaraderie that we have together as a team, playing well together. We have a lot of fun on and off the field, which is a big thing. We always hang out with each other. I think just the group of guys that we have here are great guys, and every day we go out here looking forward to playing baseball and having fun with it.
And you talk about camaraderie, and really what the Northwoods League is a bunch of collegiate players coming here to try to improve themselves, but it really feels like you guys have bought into the team aspect. Even some of you guys even call yourselves Logger Nation. Well, what is it that you guys have really embraced that brought you together as a team? Is it the fans? Is it the stadium? Or is it just being together all the time?
You know, I think it's being together all the time. We're honestly together 24/7, and with that just brings a whole nother thing to the table, and we really get to know each other, like personalities, who people are, and it makes it a lot more fun. Like we have our closer who's a character. That makes it even more fun. We want to get to the 9th inning and bring him in to make it a game, you know, and it's just there's a whole nother level that really brings us together. And the fan base out here, Logger Nation, that is awesome, and the fans help a lot. So definitely the fans got to deal with it.
Definitely. Steve Pallares, a utility player on the Loggers team, plays infield, outfield, and can even come out of the bullpen in relief. Sometimes a guy's called a utility player, and it might be a little bit of a knock. He doesn't have a certain position he's great at. I disagree with that. What's your feel on being that guy that can, any given day, be somewhere on the infield, anywhere in the outfield, and even might come in relief?
I love it. You know, that's the kind of stuff I live for. I wouldn't say that it's a bad quality. I would say it's a plus quality. It gives me an opportunity to have my name in the lineup every day, playing a different spot. Whether somebody's who's an everyday player at that position, they're struggling, I could come in, give them a day off. So it just really helps. Or someone goes down, I could be that guy to go in there for that day. So I think it's a plus for me as a utility guy, getting a chance to go out there. So say I have a day off, it's my day off, I'm playing the field, I'm there in the bullpen getting ready. So I think it's definitely a plus being the utility guy. I love it. That's what I do.
I would agree with that, Steve. Now, if there was a certain Major League Baseball player that you feel your game most resembles, who would that be?
Most resembles, I would say definitely a Dustin Pedroia, just because I've never really had the hype all around me, but I've always been the guy that flies under the radar and that just works hard. Even when people aren't looking, I'm always the guy that's in the weight room working, trying to get bigger. I know I don't show it. I really don't have the weight behind me, but I'm there working, I'm there eating. So I would definitely say Dustin Pedroia, just because he was told that he was never going to play Major League Baseball, and he did it, and that's going to be me right there one day.
Absolutely. Big dreams for Steve Pallares and ambition. Is there a certain player when you were growing up that you looked at and admired?
Growing up, just got admired Ken Griffey Jr. growing up. Always seen him, always smiling on the baseball field. He made it fun to watch, and he had a great swing, and he just made the game really fun for me. And watching him, I remember playing wiffle ball, always wanting to be like, I'm going to do my swing like Ken Griffey Jr., like always trying to do his little bat swing he did. And that was definitely Ken Griffey Jr. really inspired me growing up.
Plus, he had great video games.
Yeah, great video games. He had the best. I remember playing his game, yeah.
All right, we'll get you out of here with this one, Steven. Memorable play of the season for you personally, both an offensive play and defensive play.
For me personally, as I'm making the play?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tough one.
If there's not one for you, maybe just a couple memorable plays the team had in the season.
Okay, well, obviously the most memorable recent play was Joe Megg's spectacular catch I made in outfield to end the game when we were close. Like, that definitely, I remember sitting out there on the balls of my feet waiting for it, and then seeing him make that spectacular catch. That was awesome. That really made it. That was exciting. And then hitting yesterday, obviously having a nice 2-out hit to get it going to bring us back in the game was very memorable. And then my most memorable at bat would probably be my 12 pitch at bat when we're at Battle Creek. I just kept battling. I ended up winning. I got a walk on that one, and that definitely that was a great at bat for me.
I remember that. Yeah. I was on the call for that one. I said the exact same thing.
It just kept going on, and when you're in that situation and you know you're fighting off pitches, it seems like 9 out of 10 times that person who's in the batter's box who's hitting and keeps battling is going to get on base somehow, whether it's an error, walk, or a base hit. Somehow it seems like you know in the back of your head that you're going to get a hit after you're battling that long.
All right. Loggers utility player, infielder, outfielder / relief pitcher, Steve Pallares. Steve, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next time.